Oh, I'm so sorry. I was on mute. I'm so sorry. अभी तक तो मुझे टाइम नहीं मिला. Yeah, yeah, I got it. I got it. So towards the close, like जैसे जैसे एग्जाम पास आती है ऐसा हो जाता है. Everyone wants मैम जल्दी भी करो. हाँ बताओ ना स्टडी अब काम बताओ. Let me open. Shall I? एक सेकंड. Let's wait for a few minutes. Only four students are there. That's it. Okay, and then you can let me know your. I'll take this. Okay. Hello. Hello. Yes. Yes. Still only six students. Just a second. Guys, cameras on, please. So this is on your request we have arranged. Camera on. A company's financial statement include investment of 45,000. Okay. 45,000 company which is into liquidation. It is not clear yet if anything will be recovered. Not clear whether anything will be recovered. Pending the final anything. Pending the final report of the liquidators, no allowance has been made in this situation. The situation is fully explained in a note. The financial profit before taxes 2 lakhs. Okay. What? form should the audit opinion take? It is not clear. See one thing. पहले तो ये जो 2 lakhs है ना, 2 lakhs profit before tax. Materiality level for profit before tax is 5% to 10%. What is the materiality level of 45,000? This is 22.5%, right? So this issue is material. Yes, qualified opinion. हाँ, adverse unmodified क्यों बोल रहा है? Company's financial statement include an investment of 45,000. Okay. A company which is in liquidation. Okay. It is not clear not clear. What, if anything, will be recovered or not? Pending the financial report, the liquidity, no allowance has been made whether they are gonna meet it. And they have recorded in the notes. Oh, it's clearly saying that nothing is clear. That's why unmodified. There is uncertainty about the outcome of liquidation as situationally explained in a note of emphasis on meta paragraph, so for sure it will have. This does not affect the opinion. Explain the full situation. Also, one more thing they've explained, and also this particular issue, this is even less than the possible thing. Just less than 20% chances. That's why they explained in the note. That's why emphasis on meta paragraph it would have. Good? Correct. Okay, for last remaining 5 days, what you should do? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, Sunday, I assume you will just do full-fledged revision. Okay? Monday, it's already gone. Do you study late night? 4 days, not 5 days. Till Saturday, chalo. If I give you till Saturday, you have 5 days. Okay? Pick up topic wise. Topic wise, in the sense, pick up, let's say, audit risk. Do all the questions of audit. Just upar se read the read whole audit risk from pocket notes. You should get it कि हाँ इतना पढ़ के मुझे समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं. वैसे this is the same way, and read the audit risk, and you can also do mocks. Daily mocks if you can do, well and good. If you can give that much time, very good. Do daily mocks and just read the pocket notes. That's fine. Also, those notes, short, direct question notes. Those things you'll do. Okay, got it? Chalo, shall we do this last part of the question? And then you have doubt in ethics. नहीं नहीं, इसमें नहीं आएगा इश्यू, क्योंकि यहाँ पे बोल क्या रहा है, दिस इज नॉट सर्टेन, उन्होंने एक्सप्लेन भी करा है, नॉट येट क्लियर इफ एनीथिंग विल बी रिकवर्ड और नॉट, दैट्स व्हाई. ओके, इसीलिए नहीं आएगा, और उन्होंने एक्सप्लेन भी करा है इसीलिए. तो मुझे भी पहले लगा आएगा बट नहीं आएगा. दैट वन पॉइंट. ओके, ऑल राइट, लास्ट पार्ट. मतलब रिटन रिप्रेजेंटेशन होगा तभी क्लियर. हाँ, मैनेजमेंट से ऑडिटर तो विल टेक द रिटन रिप्रेजेंटेशन फॉर श्योर, but they are explaining this thing. This is the emphasis on meta paragraph wala situation. And there is an issue with the investment. They are not writing off. इसमें कहाँ बोला है written representation में? The issue is very small. See, the thing is, this is correct. There is an issue with the investment. Investment in the sense asset. This is contingent asset. You don't know. On the outcome only you will get to know whether you're gonna get it or not. Or write off situation बुरा होना है कि नहीं. This is an asset. You're not writing it off. But you have explained this in the notes, and contingent asset always show in the notes, right? That's why it's correct. Unmodified opinion. And emphasis on meta paragraph, for sure they're gonna show that because this is something contingent. Okay. Chalo, have you tried this last question, last part? We're only left with one small area. Hmm? For substantive procedure, yes, you will. But यहाँ पे ये तो MCQ है ना, you just have to select ना. For substantive procedure, Harsh, for sure you will do it. Okay. Liability procedures for substantive procedures. Okay, sure. Let's do that. Okay, all right. Have you tried this part of the question? Camera's on, Naira. Oh, Naira, how are you? कैसी है तबीयत अब? Better. And ma'am, one question था किट का. Yes. Okay, okay. Let's do one thing. One question था किट का in the sense for what? Doubt? Let's draft this much and then let me pick up doubts. Okay? Ha, sure. Sales tax for sure we can do. Just tell me the question name. We can do. Okay? All right. Now, yeah. You have reviewed the disclosure in the financial statement and the directors. Just a second. Let me keep the chat box open. So guys, you can keep your camera on. You have reviewed the disclosure in the financial statement, the director's remuneration shown as overall total and not analyzed by element of the director. Okay. Element of the director is required as per the local legislation. So if you're not showing, this is a issue with the local legislation. In the sense, this issue is a material issue. Okay. Now the finance director has confirmed that the directors are not willing to adjust the financial statement. So they are not willing to adjust the financial statement. Again, a problem. Discuss and show the impact. What do you think? What will be the, though I've already told कि हाँ क्या होगा, but yeah, how should it be? Material? Is event material? Yes, very good. Issue impact. Impact on the auditor's report. Modified and qualified. So yeah, the disclosure is material, but not pervasive, as it is required by the law. Required by the law, and this is not affecting any other thing, na? Required by the local legislation. Hmm. As it is required by the local legislation. An auditor will issue unqualified opinion, qualified audit opinion for this. Okay. And will discuss about the issue, will explain the issue in basis for basis for qualified opinion para, will also explain the nature of the omitted information. Information. The wordings for the opinion paragraph would be qualified in the sense except for except for directors in the sense directors except for that much is fine except for directors disclosure rest of all gives true and fair. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, all right, now tell me all any doubts in the whole mock anywhere you want me to explain again. नहीं समझ आया. हाँ, in the sense कुछ एडजस्टमेंट करके दूसरा हो जाएगा. हाँ, इजी. हम्म, कुछ डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. Just look how easily I'm writing. Am I writing any fancy word? इतनी high vocabulary? Hmm? The vocabulary you're using. Have you watched Friends? Friends देखिए. most of us would have, right? So whatever like language, that level of English is fine. Or the examiner don't need you to write fancy words. It's just that explain properly. I'm explaining properly. Examiner will give me 5 and 5 marks, full marks for this. Right? That's it. Any doubts here? Or shall I directly jump into the sales text? Okay. All right. Okay. Chalo. Sales text. Just a second. And then we have to do questions for ethics, है ना? I'll tell you the documents which you need to refer. Sales text. Uh, See, I'll tell you this way what I'm doing. And rather than making you spoon fed, I'll teach you कि आप भी ऐसे जुगाड़ लगा सकते हो, है ना? That's it, nothing else. Verify for sales text. Sales text. I'll get it. Where are my notes? Chat GPT. Just a second. Okay. Which is the question? Which is the question name? Harsh? Hmm? Francisco. Sales. This is in substantive procedure. Correct है ना spelling को? So I'll copy and paste. Harsh, question number, please. Hmm. Francisco. एक second. Okay, इसी में कर देते हैं. Francisco company. But before that, read. Hmm. Okay. Now you think logically. You tell me. Okay. You tell me. I'm keeping the chat box open. Whenever there is any sales text coming up, what all other pointers, documents you can think of? अब बताओ सोच के बताओ. सॉरी. एक मिनट हाँ. ओके. या बैंक स्टेटमेंट. बैंक स्टेटमेंट हाउ. पक्का इसमें है ना क्योंकि इसमें दिख नहीं रहा है. वेयर इज दिस सेल्स टैक्स. अच्छा ये आपका डाउट है. ओके ओके सेल्स टैक्स वाला नहीं है. ओके ओके. आई थॉट ये सेल्स टैक्स वाला है. इसको मैं हाँ रखती हूँ अभी. सेल्स टैक्स कर लेते हैं. ओके. सेल्स टैक्स. Now, do you remember any question for sales tax? है ना 249 में? Okay. Yes, I get it. Hasn't company? Hmm. करा था मैंने रिविजन में, रेवेन्यू में करा होगा। अरे, चलो डन, हो गया। ओके, रिविजन में। अच्छा, ओके, याद है आपको सेल्स टैक्स? देन वी कैन जस्ट डिस्कस द डॉक्यूमेंट्स कौन सा है। ओके, फॉर सेल्स टैक्स लायबिलिटी थिंक लॉजिकली. I'll just write down. Okay, whenever there is any sales tax, okay, first thing you can think of whenever you get any sales tax or something, first thing I can think of is sales, cash sales, or credit sales report, or what else? Whenever there is any sales tax, what else you feel like? Okay, whenever you get tax percentage, huh? Tax correct. I mean, okay, whether you have charged correct tax percentage or not, or is your tax same as tax filed previous month? Yeah, previous month post year end. Okay, whenever you have to pay tax, okay, there is always any company will pay tax on output minus input. So input tax they pay on purchases, and net tax HM they'll pay to HMRC. So this input tax is on the purchases and output sales. So they'll charge from the customers. Okay. So that's why they also need to understand how much on the purchases they have, right? Tax benefit purchases. No. Tax savings, I can say something. Some possible thing. Whenever you hear tax. Okay. Uh Total tax liability. क्वेश्चन अभी हमने नहीं देखा, ये अगर क्वार्टरली है देन वी कैन कंसिडर. हम्म, क्वार्टरली. Compare each quarter with the year end. If you are paying quarterly, you can also check the difference towards the quarter end, what difference you're getting. Okay. Check with the past year, compare with the last year, with the last year. Correspondence. This is correspondence is situation when you have any problem. Correspondence. Check for the, of course, tax policy. True. Whether disclosure is as per the local legislation or not. Hmm. Sales invoices registered. What else? Current liability, because sales tax should be in current. Huh? To confirm sales, you need to understand the delivery note should be there or not, right? Okay. That's GDN2. GDN by because you need to conform to the sales. GDN, right? That's it. That would be more as well. I'm not saying that's it, but that's it. We can think so far. Now let's do the case study. Let's see the scenario. We'll get more. It's 1st July. It's it. It's 1st July. Hassan company develops and manufactures computer components. Its year end is 30th April 2025. The company has a large factory and two warehouses, one of which is offsite, and you are an audit supervisor of Tulip and Company, and the final audit is due to commence shortly. Draft financial statement shows a set of 23.2 million, and yeah, profit before income tax. Three matters have been come into an issue. One is research and sales tax liability. Okay. Hassan company is required by the relevant tax authority in the country in which it operates to charge sales tax by 15% on all products which it sells, on all products. So check the product wise, है ना? Just a bit. Because it's talking about product. Check product wise. Product wise, right? Sales tax is payable. In the sense, each product tax is allowed. Hmm? You mean in taxation there are different type of product. Exempt, zero rated, or for VAT if I consider exempt, zero rated, standard rated. Okay, but here it's clearly saying whatever it's operate on all products. Check whether all products are done or not, whether it's paid or not. That's it. Each product takes. In case of any sales return, you also need to check then sales return. Also, on what are the products if it's selling, if it needed to purchase two types of product. One is they purchase from someone and resell. Okay. Second is they manufacture. Okay. So for raw materials, are they correctly deducting input tax? Okay. The tax is payable. Acha, one more thing. What they want. You always read this, huh? Should perform sufficient appropriate evidence in relation to Hyacinth Company's year-end tax liability. Hyacinth Company is required by relevant tax authority in the country in which operates sales tax, charge sales tax by 15%. The sales tax is payable to tax authority. The sales tax is payable. Check whether it's correctly payable as per the last quarter. Last quarter or not? Okay, that's it. When purchasing raw material and incurring expense in the manufacturing process, the company pays 15% sales tax on any items purchased, and this can be reclaimed as well in a manufacturing. So file and reclaim reports. One more thing. If they are talking that they can reclaim, check how much they were able to reclaim the last year. है ना? They are saying that they will be able to reclaim. Check whether they were actually be able to reclaim or not. Okay. The company is allowed. Just a second. The company is required to report the tax charged and incurred by completing a tax return on a. हाँ, Check whether it's done on quarterly and net amount owing to must be remitted within the 4 weeks. Must be remitted within 4 weeks of the quarter end. Okay. Check the date of remittance. Remittance. Okay. For proof. What else you can think of? Naira? Others as well? Huh? Yes. Correspondence with the tax authority. The draft financial contains 1.1 million liability sales tax for the quarter ended. Confirm that it's correctly recorded as a current liability. What else can you what else? Recalculate and compare? Yes. Recalculate with the budget as well, you can consider. एक second. Compare with the previous year, compare with the budgeted because every quarter you would get it ना कि हाँ कितना होगा. एक second. Okay. Now let's see. Check with the year and sales tax liability because there's quarterly given. Check how much is the difference between year end, right? And check whether it's correctly. We missed out on the trial balance. Trial balance तो सब में होता है, right? Missed out. Check with the trial balance to the text written what you have filed and reconciliation submitted to tax authority. Because whatever text written you have, you will file it and then pay tax. Okay. So text written you have filed, you will check that written, reconcile the text written. Okay. Agree quarterly sales tax is equivalent to 15% of the last quarter as well because now you always pay 4 weeks after the end, right? Make sure that that is 15% of the last week as per the detailed daily sale listing. Daily sales you have to consider. Recalculate as per the reconciliation equals to 15% final quarter and detailed purchase listing as well you need to consider. Recalculate the amount payable to the tax authority. What is the amount as being sales taxes charged or not sales tax incurred? Check for that. Compare year-end sales tax liability to the prior year. This is very obvious. Whenever you have to compare any balance or anything, you always compare, check for the year-end balance, right? Last year balance. Agree any subsequent. Yes, one more thing. Post-year bank ledger in case you are paying to confirm completeness, if it's paid to tax authority or not, we will confirm that as well. Post year end correspondence with the tax authority to assess any additional outstanding payment if that is due or not. Confirm that is year end included in year end liability. Check for any disclosures made to sales tax. Ensure it's shown in current liability. What are the disclosure you have done? Show that it's current liability and it is compliance with the current accounting standard. That's it with the tax liability. Any doubts? You're welcome. Of course, you can check for that. But here you have to pay, na? That's why you'll consider that. Okay? अब ऑडिट क्वेश्चन, एथिक्स क्वेश्चंस, व्हाट पार्ट ऑफ एथिक्स क्वेश्चंस यू वांट? हाँ, check for the refund. हाँ, they are saying so you can add on one more statement. Check for the refund remitted date. You can add on more. Compare the refund is correct. Compare with the sales ledger. एमसीक्यूज में बहुत कंफ्यूजन है, धैर्य। कितने लाइक व्हाट एमसीक्यूज सारे करने, कितने करने, कौन सी टॉपिक के करने, ये बताओ पहले, डिसाइड करो। पेपर इन चैप्टर एथिक्स। धैर्य, I'll tell you my personal experience. AFM का एक्सपीरियंस पता था मैंने। तो honestly speaking, I don't mind. I'm kind of trainer जिसको ना, I'm kind of a student जिसको ना सब कुछ ट्राई करना होता है, भले पता है डूबने वाले हैं हम। इट वॉज 1 मंथ लेफ्ट। फैब का महीना था। आई वॉज अ वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल ओनली। फैब वॉज द मंथ। एएफएम की एग्जाम बुक कर चुके थे हम, है ना। तो बस थोड़ा ही टाइम है, अब तो एग्जाम सर पे खड़ी है, देना है, कैंसिल तो कर नहीं सकते, क्या बहाना देके करोगे, राइट। तो उस टाइम हुआ ऐसा कि मैंने पूरे ही पास्ट पेपर देखे। डिस्कसिंग इन हिंदी तो मतलब अच्छे से समझ आए, क्या गलती नहीं करनी है। मैंने सारे पास्ट पेपर देखे, ठीक है। एएफएम में उस टाइम पे आई नहीं हूँ कि एक महीने में मैं कितना ही कवर कर पाऊंगी। फैब का मंथ था एंड होली थी। एंड वी राजस्थानी, होली में हमारे बड़ा फेस्टिवल होता है। सो आई न्यू इट, मेरा उसमें भी 2 दिन तो गए। मैं कुछ भी कर लूँ, ठीक है। 2 दिन गए, ऑलरेडी 26 डेज लेफ्ट। क्या करूंगी मैं उसमें? 20 डेज बैली प्रिपरेशन के, उसमें मुझे फ्रॉम स्क्रैच सब कुछ करना है बेसिकली। तो मैंने कुछ नहीं करा, मैंने गई पास्ट पेपर, मैंने अपना करा मस्त पेपर प्रिडिक्ट कि पेपर होगा कैसा, ठीक है। हुआ ऐसा कि एएफएम में 3 टॉपिक्स है मेजर। वन इज योर रिस्क मैनेजमेंट, वन इज योर इन्वेस्टमेंट अप्रेजल, एंड थर्ड वन इज रिकंस्ट्रक्शन वाला टॉपिक है, ठीक है। यूजुअल केसेस में एएफएम पेपर पैटर्न इज 50 मार्क्स एक क्वेश्चन, 1 ए क्वेश्चन, सेक्शन ए 50 मार्क का क्वेश्चन, सेक्शन बी 2 25 मार्क का क्वेश्चन। तो इट वॉज अ सिनेरियो कि देखा था मैंने कि हाँ नहीं होता है, नहीं पूछ रहे। इन द सेंस दे वर नॉट आस्किंग रिकंस्ट्रक्शन वाला टॉपिक यूजुअली इन दैट 50 मार्क क्वेश्चन में। बट माई गुड लक बहुत अच्छा चलता है। सो हुआ ऐसा, वही अटेम्प्ट में वो आ गया 50 मार्क्स में। नाउ इन सी लेवल पेपर अगर आपका 50 मार्क का पोर्शन गलत है तो मतलब आप सोच लो, आप पेपर पास होना मुश्किल है। पेपर में मुझे इतना पता चल गया कि आई शुड नेवर प्रिडिक्ट। इट वॉज अ लाइफ लेसन। आई शुड नेवर प्रिडिक्ट एसीसी पेपर्स। दो यू कैन कीप अंडरस्टैंडिंग, यू कैन कीप ए जनरल आइडिया। बट जो वो मैंने प्रेडिक्ट करा था कि ये तो 50 मार्क्स में नहीं आएगा, आई डू वेरी गुड इन 75 मार्क ऑफ द पेपर, एंड आई स्कोर्ड 49। मतलब नेटो नेट। आई वॉज लाइक ओहो, इसे बोलते हैं किस्मत। मैंने पूरा छोड़ दिया। सो नाउ यू डिसाइड मैं कैसे आपको आईएमपी दूं। शैल आई गिव यू मोर आईएमपी? हाँ धैर्य। So I don't want my students to go through this. That's it. Okay. चलो let's do audit free. Audit नहीं हुआ क्वेश्चन, रियल लाइफ एथिक्स के क्वेश्चंस भी आ जाएंगे, ठीक है। जस्ट अ सेकेंड, जस्ट अ सेकेंड। Okay. 26 ऑनवर्ड चलो। तो ये फिर ऊपर वाले नहीं करने ना। चलो लेट्स डू 26 ऑनवर्ड। ओ ये तो डायरेक्ट आंसर। ओके। सिकामोर कंपनी। यस। Hmm. In relation to the composition of the current audit team, select which of the following is the risk of appropriate safeguard. Okay, risk of appropriate safeguard. See, in MCQs, you need more conceptual clarity. Without that, you won't be able to answer. The reason MCQs there's a option, similar options you would find it, right? Okay. In relation composition of the audit team, select which of the fundamental is the risk appropriate safeguard. So yeah, let's see. Sycamore as a company is a Sycamore and company is the auditor of Fur Company. Fur Company, a listed company. Fur Company is a listed company. Listed company. Operating a computer software. Working as a computer software industry. The audit team comprises of the engagement partner, recently appointed audit manager. Audit senior is also there, audit engagement partner is also there, and a number of audit assistants are also there. The audit engagement partner has only been appointed this year due to rotation of the previous partner. Only appointed this year due to rotation of the previous partner, who has been involved in the audit for the 7 years. Okay, what about the 7 years? Is this allowed? Only the audit senior has been expe- Only the audit senior has experience of auditing a company in a specialized industry. The previous audit manager left the firm before completion of the prior year audit and is now the finance director. Okay, okay, see. The previous audit manager left the company in the and joining the client. What kind of threat is it? What kind of threat is this? See, familiarity threat for sure. Right? Familiarity threat. Because he would know all the situations. Self review won't be possible there. Sycamore is auditor at the fair company. एक second. Sycamore is the auditor of the fair company. Sycamore firm left before and is now the finance director. Okay. See, if the person was a part of fair company and now a part of Sycamore, then it would be a self-review threat, right? So this is a familiarity threat. You would know all the things. Okay. And finance director and the new audit managers are good friends. Okay. Again, a problem. They both are friends. The board of the fair company has asked if Sycamore company can take some more additional work or not. The following are the non-audit service they have requested. Routine maintenance, they cannot do that. Assistance with the new NED, they can do that, but with some precautions. Tech service would be less like sort 30. Nah, they can also not do that. This would have the family threat. This also cannot be done. Sycamore company has identified currently audit fees received for audit year. Sycamore will represent 16% of the firm's total fee and total 15.5% prior year. Now you need to consider it careful. Audit engagement partner has asked you to consider that what is in relation to self, in relation composition of current audit team. You want to make the current audit team, which of the fundamental principal risk, what is the risk you feel like? 8 seconds. See, they are considering the audit has only been appointed due to rotation, has been involved 7 years. The audit as a special firm left good friends. Operating computer Sycamore company, the audit team is an engagement partner appointed. Hmm. Audit assistance, the engagement partner has only been appointed due to previous partner. It's been 7 years. Only the audit senior has the experience.
एंड मैम अगर सेकंड वाला होगा तो उसमें सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट रहता होगा ना कि एनईडीज में वो अपने मेंबर्स शायद अपॉइंट करवा दे तो।
हाँ हाँ, second वाले में there is a risk. Here they are asking that what is the problem in the current audit team? See, this is the exact question. What do you think? What is the problem? See,
सेकंड, प्रोफेशनल कॉम्पिटेंस
because they don't have knowledge and experience, not
एंड प्रोवाइड
experience.
इंडस्ट्री ट्रेनिंग फॉर द टीम।
True. Yes, they need industry training, professional competence in UK, and for that you can do the first PBC. You need industry training. Okay. All right. Let's move further. Select the type of threat which could arise as a result of finance director's relationship with the audit manager. Relationship with the audit manager. They are friends.
Similarity and a different order manager should be appointed.
Yes, very good. Familiarity threat and different audit managers should be appointed. See, you know what? I needed to read the case study properly. वापस मेरे को read करनी पड़ी 2 बार. Because while first time reading, some pointers were not like you need to digest the information. Then only you will be able to. So for MCQs, this is a pointer you need to consider. Ignoring the potential effect on total fee level, identify the level of threat independence from providing the non-audit service. What do you think? If they do routine and
Self
maintenance
review.
payroll, very good. Self-review. Assistance with the selection,
Self interest.
they would only ask the parties they want, right?
Yeah.
Self-interest. Tech service by Sycamore company would be liaised with the tax authority on behalf of companies.
Advocate.
Behalf advocacy. And this is non-executive assistant selection, that's a self-interest. And this is routine maintenance, they'll check their own work, that's it. Which of the following safeguards would not be relevant? Okay. In this kind of situation, always choose which is relevant. Which of the following would be relevant in mitigating the threat identified in relation to the fee? Disclosure to those charged with governance? Yes, they can do this. Take this. Yes, they can do this. Ignore this not for a while. Okay. Represent more than 15%? Yes, true. Pre-issuance review. Do you remember? I've also stated this. A pre-issuance review should be done. In the pre-mock, I've done this. Huh? Can they use separate team for non-audit service?
Not relevant.
Why?
सेपरेट टीम्स यूज करेंगे तो उससे फी का क्या रिलेशन है?
Well, one more thing that this is a non-listed company, na? That's why this is the correct actually. Assign engagement, yeah, that thing will do. So 29. Now ignore not. Now you'll get the correct answer. Okay. During the audit of fair company, a suspicious no, which of the always
मैम
follow?
कैन यू एक्सप्लेन प्री इश्योरेंस रिव्यू?
Pre-issuance review in the sense before issuing any statement, you'll check for the work. That is a pre-issuance review. यहाँ पे इधर से देखो. Understand. Pre-issuance review, whenever an engagement, this is for non-listed company, whenever they are working, So for non-listed company, an engagement quality review should be performed. This can be either pre-issuance review, in the sense whatever fifth year they have completed 5 consecutive years. And this is in situation with the years. They have considered years. Before issuing an audit opinion, a pre-issuance review would be done. Before issuing audit opinions, okay? Independent, yes, that the party is not involved into audit. And audit after or a post issuance review would be after a point of time, like after fifth year done. After that, before starting with the sixth year audit, there would be an issue, that is post issuance. Okay, two things. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. During the audit, which of the following statements is true regarding the confidentiality of the information? During the audit of her company, a suspicious cash transfer has been identified. Audit team has reported the relevant representative as a potential money laundering situation. Money laundering transaction. Details of can be only disclosed. What is true regarding the confidentiality?
Second.
Hmm. There's a money laundering thing. In case of money laundering, you have to disclose that thing, right? Because this is don't have to consider confidentiality. You have to disclose to the money laundering officer. Okay. Sycamore not permitted. No, no. In this situation, they have to. Order confident. No. The other one is not. Right? Last. Let's do one more. We have time. We can do more questions. Sycamore. Hmm. Always read the requirement and then see which of the following statement correctly explains the possible threat to Horty and Company independence and recommend an appropriate safeguard in relation to audit of three companies. Explain correctly possible threat and recommend appropriate safeguard to three company from the perspective of the three company you have to select. It's 1st July, you are an audit manager of a Horty company. You are considering a number of ethical issues which have arisen on some of the firm's long outstanding claims. Okay, there were some ethical issues. Three company, Horty company is planning, एक second, relation to audit of three company for Horty company. And Horty company is an auditor. Horty company is planning its external audit of three companies. Yesterday, the audit engagement partner, Charlie Thrower, discovered that significant fee from Information Security Service, which were provided to three company by Horty company, is overdue. What's the problem in the overdue situation?
Self-interested.
Self-interested. Self-interested how? Because in case the fees is a lot overdue, the Horty company would always be like, I'll reveal this fraud once I recover my fees. Okay. Charlie company hopes to be able to resolve the dispute amicably and has informed that he will discuss this with the finance director. Percy March at the weekend, as both are attending a party. Finance director, huh? Charlie. Charlie hopes to resolve the dispute amicably and resolve with the finance. Percy Marsh at the weekend, as they both are attending a party to celebrate engagement of Charlie's daughter, Percy's son. Ah, ha, ha, ha. What do you think? Charlie, who is Charlie? Family threat, but who is Charlie? Are they saying?
Audit
Ah,
engagement.
a good engagement partner, na? हाँ. So their kids are getting engaged. तो उसमें तो है ना threat. Family threat. Okay. What do you think? An intimidation threat exists ना, intimidation तो first, अच्छा एक second, intimidation threat can be there, but could be advised that paid to the prior report being signed. Intimidation threat exists due to the overdue fees, and three companies should be advised that all first fees must be paid prior to the auditors being signed. A self-review threat exists due to nature, na, self-review that has been performed
Only third.
exists due to relationship. Yes, this is correct. Percy and Charlie should be removed, right? Yes. Third one, right? Why not self-review the nature of non-audit work? What is the non-audit work they are doing? कहाँ है कर रहे हैं? They are not doing, na? They are not doing any non-audit work. That's it. Also, is Tree Company a listed company? Nothing doesn't pata. Okay. Taking into account concern of the ethics partner. Another question. Ethics partner. Which of the partner identified potential replacement? What should be replaced and should take over? Who should take over? कर सकते हैं ना? कर सकते हैं. Please ना. For non-listed company, non-audit work can be done, but a separate team should be done. Okay? Should take over the audit of the Bosch company for the year ended 31st March 2025. Okay? Bosch company. Horton Company is an external auditor of Bosch Company and also provided other non-audit service to the company. While performing audit for the year ended 31st, the audit engagement partner was taken ill and took an indefinite leave absence from the firm. No idea kab tak. The ethics partner has been identified. The potential replacement is keen. Independence is maintained to be maintained at the highest level. Okay, Brian is there, who is also audit partner in charge of the tax advice. Can you confirm this person? Can you take this person? No. Monty, who is the audit engagement partner for the 10 years. Audit engagement partner, how many years are they allowed? 9 years. Do you remember something like 953 rule? Yes, it's only allowed for 7, na? 9 was for chairman. And this was for audit engagement partner. 5, last year employee should not be there. And 3, material business relations should not be there. These are the numbers.
मैम लिस्टेड कंपनी के लिए कितने टाइम तक कर सकते हैं हम ऑडिट?
Audit, same person?
हाँ.
7 years था ना? 9 years. एक second. Just a second. एक नंबर में. एनईडी का तो 9. मैंने अपने स्टोरीज को 975 लिखाया था. Just a second. कौन सा चैप्टर में ये 9 years. 9 years आई फील. 9 years तक आप कर सकते हो. उसके बाद जहां तक मुझे याद है. जस्ट अ सेकंड. Oh no, they should tender after every 10 years as per Google. आपको याद है एग्जैक्टली कौन से? आई एम जस्ट नॉट एबल टू रिकॉल एग्जैक्टली कहाँ था. और जस्ट गिव मी सम टाइम. पेज नंबर 77. थैंक यू सो मच. याद है पेज नंबर वाइज. Hmm. 7 years. The engagement partner and okay, engagement partner will be there for 7 years. Audit का कहाँ दिया? ये तो cooling off period है. For 5 years cooling off period, 3 years for EQR, 2 years for the key audit partner, and 5, 3, 9. This is for audit cooling off period. 9, 3, 5 is for NED. A person cannot be chair for more than 9 years. 5 years. If a person wants to be an NED, he should not be a part of the company, employee of the company within 5 years. And three, this is material business. So this is only given for audit engagement partner. Okay? Auditor का कहाँ दिया है? नहीं दिया ना. 7 months cooling off period था.
मैम 3 इयर्स क्या था?
3 years ये था. Material business should not be there. ये लिख लो हाँ. Note it down somewhere.
मटेरियल बिजनेस विद द ऑडिटर?
नहीं नहीं नहीं. This is for NEDs. Like numbers you have to remember. 7 is for engagement partner. A person cannot be. चलो let me write down properly. Something like 9, 7, 5, 3. 9, same person cannot be a chair in the sense NED, right? 7 years, same engagement partner can't be. 5 years for NED, within 5 years, no employment. Within 5 years, no, again for NED, no material business. 3 years. And these are the cooling off period you need to consider. This is cooling off period for audit partners. These are needed. I'll share it in the group.
मतलब 3 इयर्स के लिए एंगेजमेंट क्वालिटी रिव्यूअर्स के बाद 3 ईयर के बाद वो चेंज होगा?
नहीं नहीं नहीं. See, cooling off period, whatever your engagement quality partner, after completing 7 years, he should not be acting into your particular work. He cannot work within 3 years time limit. Okay? ये cooling off period है.
मतलब वही ना कि अगर उन्होंने रिव्यू किया है तो वो 3 साल तक कुछ और काम नहीं कर सकते ऑडिट टीम में?
हाँ, हाँ वो नहीं कर सकते. Then she should not be involved in audit at all. चलो, let's do question. Okay. एनडी कहीं और जॉब तो कर सकता है ना, ऐसा थोड़ी है. कंपनी में नहीं रह सकता, कंपनी का पार्ट नहीं हो पाएगा. मतलब ये क्या है पता है, जैसे एनईडी है, अगर वो पर्सन एम्प्लॉय है अपने कंपनी का विद इन लास्ट 5 years, तो वो एनईडी नहीं बन सकता. कैन ही वर्क फॉर 10 years? कैन ही वर्क?
नो।
हम्म. फॉर 10 years ही वॉज. 7 years से ज्यादा तो हो नहीं सकता. कैसी? 10 years से ज्यादा. Cassie Dixon, introduced as a client, she joined the firm as an audit partner 5 years ago. Can she?
हाँ, ये तो कर सकते हैं ना।
हाँ, she is working in another thing, na? Audit partner 5 years ago. Better also, she payroll service, na? Payroll service, that's fine. So yeah, Cassie Dixon, you can consider. Option C. Okay?
और मैम जैसे ऑडिट टीम में जो लोग हैं और अगर जो नॉन ऑडिट सर्विसेज है वो कंपलसरी है कि सारे टीम मेंबर्स अलग अलग होने चाहिए?
हाँ, अलग ही होनी चाहिए ना. अगर देखो, इफ मैंने एक काम करा है, अच्छा चलो फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने आपको पढ़ाया, ठीक है, मैंने आपके रिविजन सेशंस तो लिए. अगर आपका रैंक आता तो अच्छी बात है ना मेरे लिए. फायदा तो मेरा ही है ना. फेम तो मेरी बढ़ेगी, और रिपोर्ट तो मेरे ही अच्छे आएंगे कि हाँ अच्छा करा है. तो अगर मैं ही पेपर चेक कर रही हूँ तो मैं तो अच्छे मार्क्स दूंगी. जो जो स्टूडेंट्स मुझे पता है कि हाँ इनके तो अच्छे मार्क्स दो. हम्म. नहीं होगा ऐसा?
ओके।
दैट्स व्हाई. ओके, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग correctly identifies the threat to Horti company? Horti company's independence propose appropriate course of action for for the firm if Alan Maslow accept appointment as an NED. Aha. Tan Company is the large private company with a financial year of 30th June and has been audit client for Horti Company for several years. Alan Maslow partner has acted as an engagement partner, quality reviewer on the last two audits. At a recent meeting, he advised he can no longer EQR on the engage. He is considering accepting as an NED. Huh? He wants to sit on planned company. If they would be able to provide internal audit service to the company. What do you think now? They're also planning to do internal audit service.
सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट एंड सेल्फ रिव्यू।
Self review, yes. He cannot do that, right? Must resign as an auditor. Must resign. He cannot work as an auditor, right? 34. Which of the following would would result in Horti company assuming a management? Acha, you know this same kind of question was even asked into pre-mock, है ना? Management responsibility. You think logically, how Horti company would think? Taking design and maintaining the internal control? हाँ, for sure. Yes. Like determining which recommendation should take priority and implement? हाँ, yes, of course. This would also take a management responsibility. Determining the reliance which can be placed on work of internal audit? Nah, this is an external audit. This won't take. Setting the scope of this, the actually audit committee will do that. If they do, then this will also. So one, two, two, and four. Option C. Okay. See, if you have conceptual clarity very well, then only you will be able to do MCQs. For conceptual clarity, from the day when you have to do, it's okay. But ठीक है, अभी 5 दिन तो है. Topic revise करो, pocket notes से, and start solving MCQs. And whatever MCQs you do wrong, after answer, read the reasoning as okay. So from the first day you have to focus on this conceptual clarity. But ठीक है. Okay. Which of the following action should HOTI to maintain objectivity in relation to the fees for weed company? Let's read for weed company. Weed company is a listed company. Is one of HOTI's companies. Aha, listed company. Largest client. Last year fee of non-audit service was 1.2 million. This year is expected 1.3. Represent 16.6 and 18.1. Last year 16 of total income. What should we do? Total audit fees. Huh? Look at the option. What can be done? Level of fee should be communicated. Can they do that? Audit fees है ना? Yes. Separate team should be used for audit, non-audit work. They are तो doing audit work ना? हाँ.
अदर सर्विसेज भी है पर इससे फीस का क्या रिलेशन?
हाँ, true है other services. हाँ, नहीं relation. Because again it would have a problem. Still it would have a problem. Right? Because the whole firm is receiving this much fees. Won't have any issue. Request payment current year in advance. Nah, this will also have. Pre-issuance review? Yes, by external accountant because this is firm's large revenue you need to consider. 194. शांति से सोच के इंफॉर्मेशन क्वेश्चन को डाइजेस्ट करके वापस केस स्टडी को देखो, कोई बात नहीं है, एंड देन आंसर. जल्दी जल्दी में आंसर नहीं करना है एमसीक्यू.
मैम
गुड
इनकी
आंसर.
टोटल फी भी बता दो कि लिस्टेड कंपनीज की कितनी होनी चाहिए और उसकी नॉन
30
लिस्टेड
से ज्यादा नहीं होनी चाहिए.
और नॉन लिस्टेड 30.
हाँ, नॉन लिस्टेड 30. ओके, दैट्स इट. चलो, शैल वी टेक अ ब्रेक, फिर करते हैं. कौन से चैप्टर? रिपोर्टिंग करना है आपको सबसे पहले या लाइन बाय लाइन जाना है, कैसे चलना है? रिपोर्टिंग. ऑलराइट, वी कैन पिक अप रिपोर्टिंग क्वेश्चन. रिव्यू एंड रिपोर्टिंग के. ठीक है. ऑलराइट, लेट्स टेक अ ब्रेक. हाँ. 141 से है. तो उल्टे से चलते हैं. ठीक है. लेट्स डू दिस एंड देन रिपोर्टिंग वाला. उल्टे से चलेंगे. ठीक है. ऑलराइट, लेट्स टेक अ ब्रेक. Hello. Are you guys back? Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, ma'am, back.
Chalo, let's do this. Which of the following would form a part of auditor's overall review of the financial statement? Overall review. Hmm. Establish overall review of the financial statement. Okay, what would they review? Here you don't need to read case study. Overall review of the financial statement. Establishing whether preconditions of audit are present or not. ये कब चाहिए? When do you want this?
At the planning stage.
Yes. Mm. Preconditions at the planning. Hmm. And before that, preconditions of audit are there or not. Okay. Assessing whether the information explanation obtained during the audit are adequately reflected. Huh? True. While deciding the financial statement or while deciding the review on the financial statement, they'll do this. Second, right? Performing a detailed review of audit working paper to ensure work has been properly performed. This final stage. Hmm. Reviewing the adequacy. Yes, of course, they'll do that. Second and fourth. Okay. Which of the following is a valid explanation for inconsistency between the results of the analytical procedures on the trade receivables and the director's statements regarding debt collection problem? Okay, read this. It's 1st July. Voila company manufactures of the shoe. You're an audit manager in the Cello company and you are performing an overall review of the financial statement for the year ended 31st March 2025. Prior to issue of the auditor's report, profit before income tax for the year is 131. As a part of overall review, you have performed analytical procedures over the draft financial statement and noted that the trade receivable collection period is lower than it was during the interim audit. Collection period is lower. How can it get lower? What is the formula? Receivables divided by sales. Credit sales. Third controller for the company left the company. Credit sales. Credit sales. How can it be lower? Either this can reduce or this can reduce. दो ही केस में लोअर होता है ना? The credit control Voila left the company and Fab and the director said that as a result experiencing difficulty in debt collection. Okay. Now what do you think? They are facing a difficulty in debt collection. Change in sales mix towards high value product? Nah, this is not relevant. And which of the following is a valid explanation for inconsistency between the results of valid explanation? Are they anywhere talking about different high value product? नहीं, इससे नहीं हो सकता. Increase in proportion of the cash sales? This could result in reducing the low receivables. Nah? Yes. Increasing rate of sales tax? Nah, this can also not affect. Sales growth? Nah, this can also not affect. Okay. Okay. Which of the following details should be disclosed in respect of the revaluation of head office in order to conclude disclosures are adequate? Which of the following details should be disclosed in respect of revaluation of the head office? Okay, okay. Revaluation of the head office. To check whether the disclosures are correct or not. During the year, while a company revalued head office as a part of your review and considering the detail which is disclosed in the property note in the financial statement. There's some uncorrected. Your review also include an assessment of uncorrected which have been recorded by the audit team. Why 134? सीधा कैसे आंसर दे दिया? How do you know? Explain. That's where you get problem in. चेक करके दे दिया. हाँ, स्मार्ट. एग्जाम में नहीं मिलती बुक. which of should be disclosed? नहीं देखा नहीं. ओहो. ओहो. which of the following should, oh okay, okay, should be disclosed in respect of revelation of the head office? Well, revelation auditors should conclude disclosures are adequate. Huh. You should consider the date of the revelation. Yes. And then, does name matter? Nah. Competence matter more than name. Competence matter. Two Nishi are there. One Nishi has teaching experience and one Nishi just completed ACCA. What will you? नाम में क्या रखा है? आप तो experience देखोगे, right? Yes. The amount of revaluation increase, yes, this also matter. The carrying amount of, yes, what is the carrying amount? It should not be major. Do you remember? अच्छा यहाँ नहीं गिरा. There's a question as well. हाँ डायरेक्ट ही था, डायरेक्ट ही था. या करेक्ट डायरेक्ट ही था, मेरा ध्यान नहीं गया था. 1, 3 and 4. Okay. Okay. Which of the uncorrected misstatement number 1, 2, 3 audit team must be adjusted if the auditor is to issue unmodified opinion? What do you think? 1, 3, 1, 2, 3 for unmodified statement. For that, you need to understand profit before income tax and only profit before income tax is given now. Baki kहाँ गया? PBT is given 131.4. Second and 3, why? But acha, 1 million. And this is into 3 zeros. Okay, one more thing. देखो ऐसे टाइप के क्वेश्चन में will confuse yourself खुद को ऐसे ही. This is the actual. पहले तो सब कुछ एक में लाओ. Motility level 5% कितना आ रहा है, 10% कितना आ रहा है. Give me the values. करो कैलकुलेट. 5 or 10%. 131. 131,400 को लेके ही करो, इतने ज्यादा नंबर्स नहीं लो. 5%, 6570. कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे. What about the 10%? हाँ 13.14. If possible, keep all into all 3 zeros. मतलब सब कुछ एक में. If this is also in millions, keep that. Anything coming between these two will be material. If auditor wants to issue unmodified opinion, whatever falling between these two, that should be improved. Which one? This one and this one. I'm not even reading what is allowance or not. I'm not even reading. ठीक है? Which is 2, 3. That's it. 5% से ऊपर तो सब मटेरियल है. हाँ, तो 5% ही लेता है जनरली. 5% के ऊपर तो सब मटेरियल है. करेक्ट. ओके. तो सेकेंड एंड थर्ड. Which of the following correctly describes the effect of the matter of the audit report? First one correct है ना? ना A. Second and third. 125. But no, you mean B. All adjustments are required by auditor have been made to the financials with the exception of the adjustment 4 relating to faulty goods. Right off. uncorrected. Related to the entire batch of shoes was the audit work is concluded and inventory expected to net realizable value. Audit team believe that figures are realizable and okay. 2900, it exceeds it. 2900, it was not material item. It was not material. So pally cheese, it won't have qualified. No way. Do you think if this particular issue is a contingent problem in the sense? First thing, that is not material, an error. And when do you issue this emphasis on meta paragraph, something that is material, but all management has correctly disclosed? Okay. If this comes up, if this turns negative situation, it would be a big problem. That is emphasis on meta paragraph. Do you think inventory is going to be a big problem? Hmm? In this case, no. So that's why think carefully. हाँ देखो आपने बिना कुछ पीछे सोचे ही सीधा एम्फेसिस ऑन मेटा पैराग्राफ डाल दिया नहीं इट वुड बी अनमॉडिफाइड नो फर्दर डिस्क्लोजर्स वुड बी देयर ठीक है दैट्स इट व्हाट नेक्स्ट उल्टा चले one more question or shall we do for substantive procedures or anything one more okay hmm. Which of the following statements are true in respect of the reduction of the sample size how can you reduce the sample size the audit plan has not been followed generally in that scenario sufficient appropriate evidence may not have been obtained. Material misstatement may go undetected. Those who will need to review it by manager will inform the conclusion of the balance. Okay, now, okay, देखो. If you reduce the sample size, like if it was not even given into your audit plan, and if you still reduce it, it would consider that you're not following the audit plan, correct? If you reduce the sample size, your sample should be sufficient appropriate evidence. Sufficient is the number. Appropriate is the area, I would consider. Yes, this is also correct. Material misstatement, yes, this also will go undetected. Those section will need to be reviewed by manager. Manager will form conclusion on the balances. No, not possible. Right? 1 and 3. From 1 to 3. Okay? Understood? Why you have to answer. In well, this mock solving, students have to answer more than trainer. Select whether the following statements are true in respect of the subsequent events review of autumn company. Whether these are true or not. Inquiry does not provide sufficient appropriate evidence on its own. Tell me, yes or no? Huh. Only inquire won't provide. You need proof, na? Sure. Right? Auditor has demonstrated lack of professional skepticism. We have not done a subsequent event wala na. Case study nahi padha हमने. You are an audit manager of the spring company responsible for audit of autumn company. You are reviewing the audit file of autumn company for the year ended 31st March 2025, which is nearing the completion. You have noted several issues during the review. There are several issues. Several working papers which were prepared by the audit junior have been signed, reviewed by the audit senior officer supervising audit junior. You are aware that a review has been performed. It is not documented on a file. Oh, a problem. Audit sample 30 purchase invoice to be tested, but only show 15, a problem. In subsequent event review, the audit senior has documented that management have confirmed and no subsequent events that affect the financial statement and that no further work is cancelled. Acha. Management has said that there is no subsequent event, written representation, and they are also not doing it further. Do you think this is correct? this lacks professional skepticism. Naira, without reading answer. See, वे फालतू का ना 2 मार्क ऐसे चला जाता. A written representation. हाँ. A written representation should be obtained from management confirming they have disclosed, or should you? Hmm? Yes, true. Auditor only need to proceed if they made aware of some only. They at least need to check. No. Okay. As a result of quality issue encountered during audit of autumn company, which of the following action should now be taken? What thing? What do you think you can do? The offending members to staff demo lack of competence should therefore report to ACC. Do you think reporting to ACC would help? Reporting ACC would be for bigger issues. Their license would be revoked. So you can't do this. Not one. जहाँ जहाँ one नहीं है. Okay, MCQ strict. जहाँ one नहीं है, remove that. Right? More logically, 2 and 4, check for 3. Further training should be yes. You need to provide this. Frequent review needs to take place. Yes, done. Done. Right? This way you can also. Hmm. Which engagement quality review are a part of audit firm's quality management system? To ensure the audit is performed to high standard, which of the following statement is false in respect of the audit quality review? Forget about this. Which of the following thing is correct? Which is correct? Is this correct? First one correct? Should be reviewed, documented. Correct. Quality involves a discussion, significant judgment. Yes. In quality, yes. Answer third. Review can be performed. Nah. What is the meaning after the audit report has been signed? No, that's no meaning. So the answer is frequent communication between engagement audit team enhance effectiveness. Yes, correct. So false, you have to find out. C option is correct. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Select which of the following true in respect of the true or false respect of the review of the working papers. नहीं आपको पता है एग्जाम में भी इजी ऑप्शंस आते हैं बट द प्रॉब्लम विद यू इन एग्जाम हम लोग का सेम सिचुएशन मेरे साथ भी होता था कि पैनिक अ लॉट यू नो इन ATX एग्जाम आई रियलाइज कि व्हेन आई वाज सिटिंग एक्चुअली पेपर इतना टफ नहीं था पेपर इज नेवर दैट डिफिकल्ट एंड द सेम थिंग you just have to the question the way they ask is tricky थोड़ा हाँ थोड़ा कहीं कहीं तो होगा पेपर अच्छा have I told you this paper is always going to be this is 100% of the paper okay 25% of the paper super easy 50% of the paper average and 25% of the remaining paper is going to be super difficult rankers के लिए what you should target first this don't worry about this वो हम बाद में देखना ठीक है after after securing passing marks go on there okay I mean I'm not saying leave this but yeah after that because this is definitely gonna something take your time and will create panic at least answer this audit engagement partner will review all working papers on audit file before issuing an opinion audit engagement will review all working papers true one Not possible to review all, na? Hmm. If working papers have been reviewed, there is no quality issue arising from the lack of documentation. You think that? होगा ही नहीं. No quality issue. False. Right? All working papers should be signed by the person who prepared. Yes, true. All team members should be reviewed by someone more senior than the text preparer. Reviewed by senior. Yes. Right? चलो. Audit evidence. लास्ट क्वेश्चन उठा लेता है. 190 135 to 40 उठा लेता है. वेरी नाइस. चलो थोड़ा ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन. Which of the following provides most reliable evidence in respect of the bonus issue of the most reliable evidence? Bonus issue. In case of bonus issue, first thing you need to understand. ऐसे कैसे पता चलेगा? थोड़ा डिटेल में पढ़ो. See, the point is, yeah, you can get the correct answer, but always think while studying. Even if you do one Kaplan kit or BPK kit, it's fine. Just read. हाँ, अगर दो available है, good to go. both करना. Also study आपके questions भी करना. Yes. In case of bonus issue, will you get this cash? No, cash won't be there. So पहले तो in case they are talking about bank statement, this would be removed. Share register. Do you think it is relevant? Reliable evidence of ordinary. Share register. Yes. Share register management does make this. Prepared by management. This is talking about the most, na? That's why not this one. Okay, not this one. Prepared by management. Notes of the discussion with the finance. कहाँ से most? Internal party, na? Not most. This one. Company's house or equivalent. Okay? Move on. Hmm. A dividend of 4 million, a dividend of 4 million was approved and paid in September 2024. Was approved and paid, huh? In respect of the year ended 31st May 2024. Okay, paid after 6 months. A dividend of 6 million has been proposed in respect of the year ended. The proposed dividend is expected to be approved by August. How should the dividend be reflected in financial statement? What do you think? And what are they planning? How much is the dividend they are planning? Dividend was approved and paid in fourth this 4 million was approved and paid. Has been proposed for 6 million this current year. 4 million disclosed in the notes. See, this is a very good question. 4 million, which is already paid during the year. If you paid during the year, debit the retained earnings, right? Debit the retained earnings and credit to bank. So, where would it have impact? Retained earnings में तो होगा. What about the 6 million? डिस्क्लोजर। Disclose in the rules. See, these kind of questions will be there. Substantive के एक दो और कर लेंगे. Okay, we'll do one more. In respect of the revaluation of the property, select the assertion tested for the following procedures. What do you think? What assertions are you gonna test? Inspect the
वैल्यूएशन।
independent. हाँ, inspect the independent expert's report. हाँ, valuation करें. Match the physical properties to independent expert report and non-current asset register. Physical property with the non-current register. If I pick your name and check into my register, whether you're completely recorded or not, right? Recalculate the depreciation of the revalued. Valuation कैसे है ये वाला? देखो, inspect the independent expert report. How are they how they are valuing it? If you do the, see, अगर independent value ने अच्छे से अपना काम करा, if they have worked properly, you will get an idea. Oh no, the valuation report is correct, right? That's why it will give you valuation, not cut off, not completeness. Okay, for cutoff you need to take purchase date, days, right? कैसे completeness हो सकता है? अरे समझो, रीवैल्यूशन ले रहे हैं, ठीक है? रीवैल्यूशन में बोल रहा है कि एक्सटर्नल पार्टी ने इंडिपेंडेंट रिपोर्ट ने करा, इंस्पेक्ट द इंडिपेंडेंट एक्सपर्ट्स रिपोर्ट। अगर आप किसी एक्सपर्ट की रिपोर्ट देख रहे हो उसके ऊपर कि उसने कैसा है, तो आपको पता चलेगा उसने वैल्यूएशन कैसा करा है। दो सिनेरियो हो सकता है, एक तो एक्सटर्नल वैल्यूएशन, if there is an external valuer coming up and if you are checking his or her work, first thing you'll get an idea how he has worked, valuation सही करा है कि नहीं करा, right? If you are taking review on expert, like if you're taking expert suggestion on the work done, again valuation. Completeness कैसे हो सकता है? This would be completeness.
मैम और मैच फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज देख रहे हैं हम, फिजिकल चेक है तो फिर वो एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं होना चाहिए।
नहीं, देखो, see the point is, अगर मेरे पास आपकी लिस्ट होती, ठीक है, लिस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स, I would check, let's check any student friend name you know that person is not present in the class. Pradeep is not present na? हाँ, Pradeep is not present. I know, I'll check the attendance sheet. Pradeep is not available over here. तो अब ये क्या होगा? ये existence check हुआ.
मैम
But
जैसे इन्वेंट्री काउंट हमने किया या प्रॉपर्टी प्लांट का ही किया तो वो एग्जिस्टेंस के लिए तो हम फिजिकल जाके चेक करते थे कि वो एक्चुअली है एग्जिस्टिंग में कंपनी के या नहीं।
टू सिनेरियो, ध्यान से सुनना, हाँ, यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स कंफ्यूज हो जाता है। देखो, टू सिनेरियो, फ्रॉम रजिस्टर, if there is in register and now from register to actual, जैसे लिस्ट में प्रदीप का नाम था बट प्रदीप इज नॉट प्रेजेंट, एग्जिस्ट नहीं कर रहा है। अगर वहां जाके प्रॉपर्टी फ्रॉम, लेट्स से आपकी, लेट्स से हर्ष का नेम ले लेती, हर्ष है क्या नहीं, हर्ष की व्हाट्स योर सरनेम, हर्ष व्हाट्स योर सरनेम, टू हर्ष आर देयर, सपोज व्हाट्स योर सरनेम हर्ष, क्यों जस्ट हर्ष, चलो रैंडम सरनेम सिंह, मालवी ले लेते हैं, राइट? लेट्स से I'll go there, I'll check, अच्छा हर्ष is present, let's say ये हर्ष सिंह है, I'll go into check into my register whether हर्ष सिंह is recorded, नहीं, हर्ष सिंह की जगह रिकॉर्डिंग में गड़बड़ हुई है, it means हर्ष मालवी is recorded instead of हर्ष सिंह, हर्ष मालवी is recorded, so it means completely the data is not completely recorded. आया आप समझ? हर्ष, जस्ट
बट
हर्ष,
बोथ ही है वैसे तो, एग्जिस्टेंस और कंप्लीटनेस।
नहीं कंफ्यूज मत करो, देखो समझो, चीज को समझो। अटेंडेंस शीट होती है आपकी, अटेंडेंस क्लास में होती है, ठीक है? डमी अटेंडेंस करते हो? करते हैं,
हाँ हाँ।
करते हैं, ठीक है? जब मैम आपके जो भी फैकल्टी आपके नेम वाइज चेक करेंगे फ्रॉम द शीट टू दैट कि हाँ प्रेजेंट और नॉट, उससे क्या पता चलेगा पर्सन इज सिटिंग और नॉट, है ना?
हाँ
हाँ, तो फ्रॉम डॉक्यूमेंट टू एक्चुअल existence पता चलेगा. You'll get an idea about existence when you check from the document into the actual. But if you go opposite, if you check like let's say this is a calculator, okay? Let's say I have 10 calculators, सारी pink white है, सबके ऊपर एक नंबर है, ठीक है? every calculator there is a number. If I want to check whether this particular the same calculator is recorded or not, what I'll do, I'll check the number whether that is present. If that particular calculator number is not present, I'll get an error. The records are not complete. I need to add on. Records are not complete. Accounting.
ठीक है ठीक है।
वैसे, okay? Don't confuse. Oh, अब समझ आया? Please ना. Yes, great. Okay. Which two of the following statements are true in relation to the equity? Equity. Is it
फर्स्ट एंड
material?
फोर्थ।
For sure, material. Equity is a material. Auditor must check total equity is same as the total asset. Now, how? How? No. Auditor must rely mainly on substantive analytical. Nah, they need to do test of detail as well. Movement equity must be shown in changes. Yes, true. Right? Which of the following which of the following should be performed in regard of completeness, whether it's completely paid or not? Obtain a breakdown, made each director recalculate the total agreed to the financial statement, whether it's completely recorded or not. Did it give?
हाँ वैलिड।
Valid. Yes, of course. You'll give whether everything completely recorded or not. Trace the amount included in the breakdown, emolument to the bank statement and the bank ledger amount. Check the amount, whatever the amount you record. Check whether the same is there in the bank or not.
हाँ वैलिड, ये भी सही है।
कैसे सही है?
कंप्लीटनेस ही तो देखेंगे कि जितना बैंक उसमें रिकॉर्डेड है उतना ही बैंक में हुआ है डेबिट या नहीं, क्रेडिट।
चेक, ध्यान से सुनो, ध्यान से सुनो. बैंक पे कब होता है कुछ चीज? कब रिकॉर्ड होता है? जब एक्चुअल अकर होता है तभी ना. एक्चुअल टेक्स प्लेस तभी ना. अकरेंस हुआ. यस, वेरी गुड. बैंक में कब आता है कुछ? अकर हुआ तभी, तभी तो पता चलेगा हाँ बैंक में है इसीलिए अकर हुआ है. सो इफ यू चेक द ट्रांजैक्शन, अच्छा ये है, check, go back in the bank list. Yes, if it's recorded there means actually it's occurring. हुआ है. Occurrence balance. Got it? So this is not the correct one. This is give you occurrence. Okay? ये तो angry bird जैसे, exactly angry bird है. Okay. Review the board minutes for details of the bonus. Hmm. Only 1 and 4?
3 भी वैसे तो मोड मिनट्स, एडिशनल पेमेंट्स, बोनसेस वगैरह के।
Board minutes of details of the bonus additional, whether additional anything or paid or not. If not, then it means completely recorded. 3 भी है, correct. Inspect director service contract as per the recorded in service contract. Yes, payroll reports. Correct. Right? Yes. That's it. Shall we do one more question of this? This one was good.
यस मैम।
Hmm. You tell me, was it difficult? Was it difficult? शांति से करा तो. You need to think properly. That's the problem. Students फटाफट फटाफट कर देते हैं. अच्छा, you even not required to read this much. ये हमने देखा ही नहीं. फिर भी we got the answers, right? Which two of the following are true in relation to audit of Hightown company? You need to read the scenario. It's 1st July. Audit manager specialize in non-audit NFP organization. We were looking for questions and it's MCQ. You are currently assigned two clients, Hightown and Star Grazer, which both have a year ended 31st March 2025. Both audit teams include audit juniors who have been only involved in the audit of the companies and have not been audited for non-for-profit organizations before. As a manager, you will be responsible for explaining the difference between audit and not-for-profit audit. Okay, you have to explain of the company. The following information is to be communicated to the audit of the each client. Right, you need to disclose that. HITO is a local government authority which receives the allocation of the taxpayer money, allocation of the which receives allocation of the from the central government. Hightown has been notified by central government for significant cut in funding for the next financial year. So they are not going to get some money. A tax से मिलता है उनको. They get it through tax. What do you think? As Hightown is a local government authority, risk of manipulation of the statement is lower. Is the risk lower?
नहीं, not necessarily.
Risk is equally high, right? Hightown's required audit as it is funded by taxpayer. True. It is funded by someone, na? That's why it requires audit. Yes. Even if it's donated, donation is a big amount, a substantial amount. It needs to be considered. Audit report of Hightown will not be publicly available once issued. Why? Why would not be available? Not considered. The audit of Hightown will take longer than audit of company. Why? Why? No. You can't say that it will take lower or it will take higher. If the and Red Cross is not for profit organization. If you have to do audit for no Red Cross company, it would take equivalent time of as you it would take for company. Audit team should include staff with experience of the public sector audit.
True.
Yes, same staff experience. Which of the following is false? False. Is pay in this kind of question, pay extra attention. Respect of the notification regarding cut in funding. They are planning to cut the funding of the Hightown. Audit risk will increase due to threat of ongoing status of the organization. If they cut in funding, will audit risk increase? True. Auditor will need to review plans and forecast how the organization will ensure its funds to continue. True. Right? The auditor's report of Hightown will not need to transfer going concern certainties. Not need to.
False.
This one is correct answer. False. It also needs to. The audit should review any plans to reduce cost. Yeah, you need to consider cost. Whether realistically achieved, therefore indicate the organization is sufficient. Audit. Yeah, true. You'll consider this. Okay. Okay. Completeness of the income has been identified as a significant risk of audit of the target. Select three procedures which will help to identify how is it understated. See, you are more likely to get typical kind of questions, understated, overstated. Compare income by shop and category. When they are asking for completeness, when they are asking for understated, overstated, they are asking for completeness. True. It should be considered. Inspect credit notes issued post year end. Why? It would credit notes after issuing the post year end. It would give you more overstatement. Whatever credit notes you issue, credit notes written, right? written, sales written पता चल जाएगा. See, credit note का There's a sales written. Sales, I mean, WRITTEN. Okay. If you have to check for the sales written documents, if you don't do this, there's a problem of the overstatement. You'll not get this. Now here the problem is with the understatement. That's why this won't be there. Agree the total of the till receipts, till the cash till. Sales listing, bank, in general bank ledger account. Obtain a detailed sales listing to confirm detailed sales listing and check confirm accuracy. Yes, this is it. Very good. Okay. Which of the following risk requires specific consideration for audit of the Stargazer? We need to check for the risk. Local charity which operates several charity shops. People make donations for the food which shop sells to the customer. All sales are paid in cash. Money involved. Usually small and credit card change into greater cost. Stargazer employs one administrative assistant. All other staff and trustees or volunteers commit between 1 and 5 per week to charity. The administrative assistant is responsible for paying the bills, including their wages, and recording the transaction in the spreadsheet. The administrative assistant is also responsible for preparing the financial statement, charity tax return. Okay, charity tax return also. Tax rules of charity are different for those companies. Once prepared, they are sent to the trustees for approval. None of trustees have specific financial expertise. What do you think? Less segregation of duties? That's a problem because there is a one person who is doing everything. Na? What about the second one? Hmm? Uncertainty of future funding? Hmm. There's uncertainty you need to consider. Complexity of taxation rules, yes, because they are different, you need to consider. Volunteer staff has no experience, yes, all four, right? Why no? Which one? Complexity? Huh? It's complex, na? Because it's different as per the companies. So it's complex, na? General कहाँ सबको पता होता है? You need to go through an audit of this.
मैम अनसर्टेनिटी इसलिए क्योंकि वो डोनेशन से फंड होती है.
हाँ, और फ्यूचर का आना पक्का नहीं है ना? That's why. Yeah. Select which of the following statement are always true, never true, or maybe in respect of audit of charity. This is a good question. Audit of charity. Management will have no financial qualification, therefore there is a greater risk of material misstatement. Always true.
मे बी ट्रू.
हर्ष फंडिंग कभी सर्टेन होती ही नहीं है. डोनेशन है हाँ if there is a political party in the sense let's say if they have that for 10 years they'll do then it's certain but in this scenario there was no certain, right? Maybe true. Yes. Internal control system will not be sophisticated as those for profit making. Why? हाँ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बेस्ड होता है. यहाँ कहाँ था, कहाँ बोल रहे थे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है? Will not be. हाँ may be true again. यहाँ पे there was no contract ना इसलिए. There are fewer auditing standards applicable to audit of charity.
नेवर ट्रू.
No, audit standard charity as well as standards. Charity as such as Stargazer will have different objectives to profit making. Therefore, the auditor's assessment of materiality will consider different factors.
ऑलवेज ट्रू.
Hmm. Yes. Charity has a different factors as well you need to consider, na? So always true, right? What do you want me to do? Reporting question, internal control question, or again this substantive procedure question?
Substantive.
Substantive internal control कर लोगे खुद? Let me pick up the tougher one then. जो देखे ना बहुत ज्यादा नंबर है. Which question was this? 131 to 135. Hmm. Let's do this one. Sampling करना है. Sampling करना है ये वाला. Which one? It has something related sampling methods, and this is something more substantive procedures.
Sampling.
Sampling? That's something new. Which three of the following should be considered whether to use the sampling or not? What do you think? Auditor के पास time नहीं है, sample नहीं करना है. Don't take the sample.
नहीं, second.
करना तो पड़ेगा ही ना.
Second, third or fourth.
Appropriateness, yes, that needs to be done. Size, yes. Completeness, yes. No, this doesn't matter. Second one. Identify whether the selection method described represents sampling or not. What do you think? Oh, we have not seen. We need to see sample methods. For 20 invoice listed in the listed individual supply balance, trace the amount recorded to purchase invoice. 20 invoices are. Start a random point at a test every 100th item.
Sampling.
Sampling. Every 100 item. From the bank ledger, highest value payment during the period. From the bank ledger, select 10 payments to the supplier made in the first week of 20 June and trace it to related to GRN. If the goods were received before 31st May, trace through the list of individual supplier and the accrual list. What do you think? Yes, not sampling method. See, that's selecting on a random basis. Highest value during the time, they'll consider that. So it's not a sampling method, right? So yeah. For 10 suppliers, include a list of individual supplier re-performed. Any supplier sent at the year end. What about this? This is a general procedure, no? Not a sampling. This. Okay? In respect of the procedure 1, if the method test stated to test every 100 item, what would it be described?
C.
Systematic sampling. Very good. After every 100 item, monetary unit sampling, every monetary after a unit, like for a monetary value. Randomly selecting. Block, they'll make a block and then from that block, they'll select random. Or systematic could also be there. Okay? So yeah, this is a
हम
systematic.
ब्लॉक में ये होता है ना कि 1 से 50 तक तो वो सारी 50 आइटम्स टेस्ट करेंगे.
नहीं, 1 से 50 का ब्लॉक बना देंगे. ठीक है, इसमें से they'll choose random. और they can choose further as well कि उसमें से systematic every third लेना है कि नहीं. फिर 50 से 100 का ब्लॉक बना देंगे. A block.
Okay.
Randomly, any sample. लेट्स से इधर 28th नंबर ले लिया, इधर 94th नंबर ले लिया, हाँ एनीवेयर एनी नहीं सकता. Random sampling as risk as well, good point as well, that everything will be selected, chances everything might not be selected. तो एवरी ब्लॉक में सैंपल लेंगे ना, हाँ एवरी ब्लॉक में सैंपल ले लेंगे, एवरी ब्लॉक में से. ब्लॉक विल बी डिसाइडेड ऑन द होमोजीनियसनेस, हाउ सिमिलर दे आर द ब्लॉक, हाउ सिमिलर ब्लॉक्स आर. ओके. Yes. In relation to the procedures described, which of the following statement is true? What do you think? Procedure 1 address assertion of occurrence. We need to check. See, first one they are talking about assertion of occurrence. Second one is they are talking about assertion of completeness. And third one they are talking about, acha, pehle to you need to identify which procedures are checking which one, then you will be able to do it. Okay? For 20 invoice listed in the individual supplier, trace the amount recorded in the purchase invoice. You have an invoice, check whether it's recorded in the purchased invoice. Trace the amount, check the amount. What? Okay, one more. Sales में valuation आएगा? Accuracy, very good. Listen, correct, but just different word, huh? From P&L item, accuracy. Right? Yes. From the bank ledger, account, select a sample of 10 payments made to supplier. Bank ledger, sample 10 payments in the first week of June. Trace whether it's related to GRN or not. If the goods received on before 31st May, trace to the individual supplier bank list. Check with the list whether they have received before that or not.
Completeness ही.
Completeness. Whatever received, are they completely recorded or not? So that's why completeness. समझ आया ना? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Third one. For 10 supplier included in the list of individual supplier, there's a list. Okay? Reperform supply statement reconciliation. Reperform. Check.
Completeness. Completeness और accuracy.
Reperform would give more completeness. Accuracy के लिए ना, it would be better if they do 1-to-1. Completeness for payables.
मैम डिफरेंस क्या होगा मेन completeness और accuracy में?
Accuracy means you need to check for the accurate amount. See here 20 listed individual balance and you will check and 10 suppliers included in a list of individual suppliers. Reperform the supplier statement. You are just reperforming reconciliation and you are tracing the balance amount, the amount. That's a difference. And here 10 suppliers are included. List of the individual supplier. Reperform supplier reconciliation. Whatever reconciliation given by supplier. What else will you get it? What else?
तो कंप्लीटनेस में मेनली हो गया कि सोर्स डॉक्यूमेंट से हम रिकॉर्ड्स को चेक करते हैं और एक्यूरेसी में हम खुद परफॉर्म करके देखते हैं.
Accuracy में you just have to check for the amount.
ठीक है
ना? इसमें एक और चीज होगी. 10 supplier है, 10 supplier list of individuals, check for the reconciliations given by them. Don't you think rights and obligations? कितना बाकी है? How much you own? Right? Now check for the answer. Rights and obligations. Substantive procedure questions, you have to do it today. Procedure 1, address the occurrence. Nah, it was doing accuracy, not the same. 2 and 3, completeness. Ha, true. Procedure 2, use the least reliable as compared to 1 and 3. Acha, let's check. How is it least reliable? When it's internal generated. Bank ledger hai and GRN hai. Yes, least reliable. Supplier balance and here also outsider balance. Yes, true. है ना? Right? Because it's say, procedure 2 is insider generated. Bank ledger भी least. कैसे? Mm-mm-mm. You mean here? 20 invoices listed in the list of individual supplier balance. Individual supplier balance stays the amount recorded in the purchase invoices. Second, so that's the least reliable. Bank ledger, that's the least reliable. In respect of the 3, if supplier statement have not been retained by Hemsworth Company, or auditor should contact the supplier directly. If they don't retain, can they contact?
Yes, to review the balance.
Cool. Right? Nice question. What was that? Okay. During which of the following is most appropriate initial response your audit firm should take? During testing, payable balance, several misstatements were found. Misstatement. Initial stage, you have to consider. Can you report this matter to the client? Why? Why? Hey, the misstatement. How can you?
Increase the amount of testing.
Yes, very good. Whenever you find this, suggest audit opinion. Nah. You'll do it after the end. You'll check the materiality and then. Right. Before that, you'll do this testing. Correct. Done. That's it. So yeah, today, what do you have to do? Substantive procedures, all MCQ questions. Do it. And assertion documents. Just remember. That's it. Day 1 task. Okay? That's it. Anything else? Oh, Harsh, you had a doubt. Yeah. Kal le le hum? Totally missed out. What was the exact doubt? Okay, and for tomorrow, I've shared a file, Francisco Company. I've shared a file जिसमें सब कुछ है. उसमें what do you need for this? What do you need exactly? तो मैं theory topic में क्या समझाऊँ? Do you have any particular problem कि मैम ये topic समझ नहीं आ रहा है or anything?
थ्योरी में तो खुद ही करने वाला है, तो आई गेस क्वेश्चन ही प्रैक्टिस कर लेंगे अगर हुआ तो.
Need a session for question practice one more.
नहीं, वैसे तो हो गया है, पर अब थ्योरी के लिए आप क्या ही समझा सकते हो, वो तो
हाँ वही
खुद ही
वही.
देखना है.
हम्म. Then there is a doubt. अच्छा रिस्क नहीं मिल रहा था फ्रांसिस्को कंपनी में. एक ही डाउट है. और you can do one thing. See, एक काम और कर सकता है. Study more questions, do more questions. If you find out more doubts, मैंने टीम को ऑलरेडी बोल दिया था, I'll need one more session. तो हम कल एक और कर सकते हैं.
मैम हम सेशन कल या परसों के बाद रख लेंगे, मतलब मॉक वगैरह करने के बाद जो मेन डाउट्स होंगे वो पूछ लेंगे.
वैसे भी कर सकते हैं. आपको टूवर्ड्स एग्जाम चाहिए. कब रखना है फिर? डायरेक्ट
मतलब एक
कंट्रोल
दिन
जाता.
कल का छोड़ के, मतलब मॉक वगैरह भी मैंने 2 ही करे हैं, और भी अगर करके जिसमें मेन जैसे ऑडिट एविडेंस में ज्यादा कट उसमें कट रहे थे, एथिक्स में, तो
हम्म.
उसमें देख के फिर मैं आपसे डाउट्स वगैरह तो पूछ लेंगे ना ऐसे.
भी कर सकते हो. देन व्हेन कैन वी प्लान? सैटरडे या संडे हो सकता है.
हाँ, वो आप देख लो अपनी, आपकी अवेलेबिलिटी कब होगी।
है ना। डायरेक्ट कंट्रोल ज्यादा लग रहे थे किसमें हर्ष। चलो लेट्स डू इट। एक क्वेश्चन ही है ना, याद दिलाना। फ्रांसिस्को कंपनी। क्वेश्चन 220। जस्ट a second। 220। बताओ। तो व्हाट वाज योर डाउट। हम्म यू कैन अनम्यूट एंड स्पीक। फाइन। You need to do whole question or any one particular doubt? Hmm? Sure। डेफिशिएंसी कम मिल रही है और डायरेक्ट कंट्रोल ज्यादा मिल रहे हैं। तो ये क्वेश्चन करवाना पड़ेगा मुझे। तो फिर बाद में रखो। एक्चुअली आई एम प्लानिंग टू डू समथिंग यूट्यूब लाइव जैसा, इसीलिए मैं एंड डेज में, एंड वीक डेज का आई कैन नॉट एश्योर यू। 220 फ्रांसिस्को कंपनी। सिस्को कंपनी। ठीक है चलो। इन द नेक्स्ट आउट सेशन वी कैन डू दिस। एक और होगा कल या फिर आफ्टर द मॉक। राइट। सो सॉरी पहले याद दिलाना था, आई फॉरगॉट दैट होल क्वेश्चन आई मिस्ड आउट। नेशे माली। लेट्स सी। नेशे मालवी 1412। श्योर श्योर, टाइम मिलने दो, पक्का कर देंगे। राइट। ओके। चलो। बाय बाय, हैव अ गुड डे। राइट। सी यू नेक्स्ट सेशन में। आई वांट कैमरास ऑन। लास्ट सेशन है एटलीस्ट मेरे को। आपके सेशन में आपने मेरे को अपनी शक्ल इतनी दिखाई है, नो वन एल्स। तो नेक्स्ट सेशन में कीप योर कैमरास ऑन। ओके। किसके बाद? नहीं, इट्स टोटली अप टू यू, आई नेवर फोर्स। इट्स टोटली अप टू यू। हाँ। बट कैमरा ऑन आई वांट। रिव्यू के बाद। ओहो। आई गेट इट। अरे आप करो ना करो, आई विल डू। है ना। चलो बाय बाय। हैव अ गुड डे, गुड नाइट, सो जाना। एंडिंग द सेशन नाउ। एनीथिंग, एनी डाउट? एंडिंग। या। बाय बाय, हैव अ गुड